What's up guys, AP here at AcidicAP. Third in form, Coutinho, looks like an amazing card. Great to see him back in a central midfield role rather than being on the left, so I'm sure a lot of you guys will be looking at this Coutinho, wondering if he's going to fit in your team or not. Great follow-up as well to the De Bruyne last week. So obviously he's been on the right hand side and then he had his last in form which was in the middle, so choosing between these two is going to be an interesting test, and I'll definitely be comparing the two as I go through this video. If you haven't already seen the De Bruyne review that I posted last week, definitely check that one out. Just a quick thank you before we start the review. Thanks to all of you guys that have subscribed. Team of the season videos will be coming as soon as there are some decent Premier League players released. There's been a bit of a teaser coming out today, purposely or not purposely by EA, you never know with these ones. I'll just put those on the screen now. It looks like some amazing cards. If there are any here that you specifically want me to review, put those in the comments and I'll try and prioritize those ones. Okay, let's get into the review. In-game stats look super strong. So he has that 93 acceleration. So his actual pace on his card 86 is kind of deceptive because his acceleration is 93, so that will give you that extra burst of pace, something that I always look for in all of my players, to be honest. I was going to say attacking players, but actually all of my players always prefer to have a higher acceleration than sprint speed. Sprint speed at 80 is actually quite low, but 93 acceleration, I'm sure that will translate into an excellent burst of pace in game, which hopefully we will see in a moment. So for me, finishing 81, a little bit low. I'd prefer my attack midfielders to have a bit higher than that to make sure they're really reliable in front of goal, but we'll have to see what he's like in game. Long shots 92 is obviously really good. He has 4-star weak foot as well, so that's not too bad. 97 vision, average crossing, average free kick accuracy, 95 short passing, obviously really good for an attacking midfielder. 87 long passing, 94 curve, so hopefully he can score some good finesse shots. 97 agility, that's amazing, alongside 97 balance and 94 ball control, 92 dribbling. So excellent dribbling, probably one of the best on the game, other than your kind of top players like your Messis and Neymars. 97 stamina, not too bad, and his strength actually is not too bad. Those ones in the high 70s, so not too bad on the physical attributes, which is probably better than you'd expect for Coutinho. As you would expect from his in-game stats, his agility, his dribbling, his acceleration is unreal. I was really impressed. Probably one of the best players I've used on FIFA 17 in terms of agility and pace. And playing in that attacking midfield position, it meant that he could pick the ball up, and as you see here, just accelerates away from defenders and wins a free kick. He really does have that edge that enables him to win quite a lot of free kicks, and he does win a penalty at some point in one of these clips, so look out for that one. And the gameplay gets here a little bit rash, but you can see there, beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, and beats 4. Just great pace and ability to beat defenders. Remember, only 80 sprint speed, but look how he's just leaving players here, and lovely agility there to just touch the ball away from Florenzi and win a penalty, and he gets a red card as well. And I did have Coutinho on penalty, so he did step up to take this one and manages to score it. So I played 5 games with Coutinho in a diamond formation. I was playing him attacking midfield, so a lot of time he's receiving the ball like that one into feet, just in between the midfield and the defence, and then a little ball through to Gabriel Jesus. Unlucky, so unlucky there that didn't go in. I have got another chip in here somewhere that does go in for you guys, but another great move there from Coutinho. I'm not sure what that cross was there, that it's just absolute ridiculous cross, comes all the way back outside the penalty area, but it was a great bit of skill to get into the position. And another great piece of dribbling here from Coutinho, manages to get just to the edge of the box, took that from all the way inside his own half and manages to get just to the edge of the area, takes a shot, but unluckily it was blocked. Another great run. Just look at his close control, it's just unbelievable. I don't think I've used anyone on FIFA 17 similar to him, even when I compare him to my usual players like Mane, who I have, you know, really good pace, good dribbling. Hazard is probably the man of the match, not the man of the match, sorry, the player of the month Hazard that I've got. You know, I've used him hundreds and hundreds of games. He's probably the most similar player I can think of in terms of agility, dribbling, size, shooting ability, passing ability, although of course Hazard does have great shooting ability, which I don't think Coutinho does have. And I'll go into shooting in a minute. That was a lovely ball there through to Gabriel Jesus, and I'm not sure how he manages to score from that angle, to be honest. That's the one to watch, Gabriel Jesus, but great strike there, finishing that one off. Another example there of how Coutinho's dribbling just draws the fouls. It just has the ability to, as soon as you press the thumbstick to kind of move away from the defender, he'll do it almost instantly because he's got that agility in dribbling. Whereas a lot of other players, you know, you'll flick the thumbstick and the player doesn't move in time and you just end up getting tackled. That was a great assist in the clip before this one, and one of his assists here, although he doesn't really do too much here, but he does it well. Nice little control and turn away from the defender, ball to Hazard, and Hazard manages to put it in the bottom corner, and he's unlucky not to get an assist in this clip. Again, ball into feet, great turn, nice weighted pass through to Gabriel Jesus, and unluckily he can't finish it. Gabriel Jesus and Coutinho again linking up, lovely 1-2, he can't finish that one. Now we'll start to get into his shooting in a second. I think it's really critical, his shooting, because clearly his dribbling, you know, spot on, acceleration, spot on, but in terms of his shooting ability, so he's had one shot there, he's got another one here which just comes off the post, so unlucky. Now, if you've seen my De Bruyne review, you'll know that De Bruyne's shooting, left foot, right foot, was pretty amazing. Coutinho's, however, not as strong. Now, obviously, his in-game stats shooting aren't as strong as De Bruyne's. His finishing is only 81. This was a nice chip goal from Hazard. I thought I'd include that one, seeing as I missed the other one earlier. So that was a lovely chip. Hazard ran off celebrating before the ball actually crosses the line, which is always fun. There was another shot from Coutinho there. So he's finishing not as good as I would have wanted. That one was from quite a far distance from goal, but after using De Bruyne last week and knowing how good De Bruyne's finishing was, that's a lovely ball. And that one there, come on Coutinho, come on, you've got to be scoring that. I don't know why he's used his right foot there, he should have used his left, but he's hit the outside of the post. Almost a sitter, so he has a shot there, keeper saves it, comes back to Gabriel Jesus who scores. Yeah, so after reviewing De Bruyne last week, obviously his shooting's on point. Coutinho's just, it wasn't anywhere near that level. I know his long shots are, you know, really high, 90s, finishing 81, but these shots that I'm having here, at least, you know, 5+ shots from outside the box or edge of the area, none of them are going in. This one, however, absolute great goal on his left foot, so he does have it in the locker. He's definitely got it there. This shot, you know, tight angle, nice ball coming through. I think that's Hazard that played that. Left foot, one touch to set it, and then he's hit it across the goalie. Look at De Gea there, he's just standing there, doesn't even try and attempt to get it. So he has got it in his locker, but he just didn't do it for me on enough occasions. Here's another shot, edge of the box, just straight into the keeper's hands. If that was De Bruyne, if you see the video last week, you know, that's going in the top corner. And as you can see in this game, losing 2-1, Coutinho obviously scored that goal in the first half, which made it 1-1. and then conceded and went to 2-1. So this is one of those games where, you know, second half I need to score, and obviously he's missed quite a few chances. This chance here, he's done so well there to go from the edge of the box, uses all his dribbling ability, manages to get in front of the goalie, and just shoots and it goes in. So that was really good that he did that. Unlucky there that one comes off the post. A couple more shots coming up here. This one a finesse shot on his right foot, aiming for the top corner, but just doesn't get it on target. I mean, those kind of chances, that one as well, you know, if it's De Bruyne, I think that's going in. But what De Bruyne can't do is things like this. So inside his own half, he's running with the ball, plays it through to Gabriel Jesus, who else, and just unlucky there to get that. I think if it's De Bruyne, he doesn't have the pace to get to that in the first place. And another one here, so 1-2, ball through to Coutinho, he runs away from the centre halves, although he doesn't finish it. You know, he's making those runs that a striker would make and get on the end of. And this here, critical point in the game, 90+3, and he gets the ball edge of the box, manages to dribble his way into the keeper and bury it, and that was literally the last kick of the game, and I drew that game 2-2. So in total, 5 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. Comparing that to De Bruyne last week, so De Bruyne had 5 games, 6 goals, 1 assist. So it does feel, I think that does accurately reflect the type of players that they are. It feels like De Bruyne will get more goals, especially from outside of the box, because he's just way more clinical outside the box. Coutinho will still get you goals, some from outside the box, more inside the box than De Bruyne would, because he's got that close control, that dribbling ability, that bit of pace to get in there and get behind defenders. And assist wise, obviously Coutinho's done really well in terms of assists, and I think that's just testament to the fact that he can get the ball in midfield, he can beat a player and then play a killer through ball to the strikers. Also, obviously I was playing with Gabriel Jesus up front and Hazard, both of them just, electric pace, electric dribbling and good finishing. So he had, great strikers that he could play the ball through to. Okay, so let's get to our review card. Reliability, I'd have to give him a 7.5. So De Bruyne had an 8.5 last week. I think purely down to, shooting. The amount of shots he definitely had more shots for me than De Bruyne did, and didn't score as many goals. Therefore, key element of your attacking midfielder, you're going to want him to score a lot of goals, and if they're missing chances, they're not going to be that reliable for you. Best attribute would have to be his acceleration. Unbelievable acceleration. A lot of people probably won't even realise his acceleration is that good unless they either look at his in-game stats or buy him and test him or watch one of these reviews. So it's easy to look at his card and think, oh, 86 pace, that's not really that high, but as you guys now know, super acceleration. Worst attribute would have to be his finishing. Again, that's what I saw from my review, using him in 5 games. When you use Coutinho, you may find that he's really clinical for you and he scores a lot from range. I'm sure that if I used him more, then I would probably find that too, because he does have, his long shots are in the 90s, his finishing is 81, but because his long shot's so high and he does have high shot power as well, I would imagine that he can score those shots from range. Fun factor, so I gave De Bruyne a 9 for fun factor, and I think I would also give Coutinho a 9. Although it wasn't fun, him missing a lot of those chances, super fun to accelerate with Coutinho, dribble around people. A couple of the guys I played against just really couldn't handle him, and anytime he got the ball and I was running at his defenders or even his defensive midfielders, he would just back off and just not even attempt to tackle me until he kind of had to. Which is always a really good sign that a player is giving the other team a really hard time. Value for money, I'd have to give him an 8. So I bought him for 330k. He's still going for about that now. He should drop down, especially with Team of the Season coming on the weekend. And also he will still be in packs then, so I'm sure a lot of people will be getting him and just fire selling him straight away. So you'll probably be able to pick him up for under 200k, I would imagine. Acidic rating, I would give him an 8.5. So De Bruyne had a 9. I'd give Coutinho 8.5, slightly lower than De Bruyne purely because of that finishing part. I think that that's hugely important. Although I think on balance they are very similar. Obviously, there's not much difference between an 8.5 and a 9, but I do think that's the side of the 9 that I would give Coutinho. If he did have that great finishing and did bury a lot of those chances, then he probably would have been up at a 9.5, to be honest with you. Overall recommendation is definitely to buy. Obviously wait for the weekend because his price should drop down a lot. As I said, under 200k, maybe even 150 at a certain point. You can probably get him for, or even slightly lower than that, which would just be amazing. I think as a centre mid, he would probably play really well because of his pace, his dribbling ability, obviously his passing as well, getting up and down the pitch. I think he would be actually a really useful centre mid, although doesn't have great defensive ability, right? But just in terms of being in there, getting forward, getting back, being able to intercept passes as well as carry the ball forward and play nice through balls to the striker, probably would be a good centre mid. Obviously a great attacking mid. Thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already seen my review on the super informed Martial, please check that out. Also the 95 Ibrahimovic, definitely check that one out. And more videos coming soon. Peace.